You are about to experience the result of hard work and dedication from the City of Champions, Cleveland's own, 90th's finest. Self-made, hard-working entrepreneurs, unequivocally raw, no holds barred. This is Epiphany Media.
Oh, that is correct. This is Epiphany Media. What?
I don't know. Like when I looked over at you and I seen that score, it just put me in a bad mood. Might have to change that.
Yeah, I don't understand anymore. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Like if I'm gonna work all the time and on my off day, and I choose entertainment. Like I want that entertainment to be good. I want to set me off for a good work week, man.
Yeah, if this is the way that you're choosing to unwind, you know, from work and kind of balance out with some enjoyment, watching Cleveland Browns football is not the way to go. Trust me, I've been doing it for decades. Decades. That is absolutely not the way to go. I promise you. Promise you. What's going on, Angel, Regina? Thanks for joining us.
For tuning in.
Regina said, I agree. I thought the Browns had it. Yeah, we've been saying that for like 4 weeks. I thought the Browns had it too. It's going to drive me to...
It's not working out for him.
It's going to drive me to drink, man.
No, don't do that.
Well, I mean... I don't know. Look, man. Little drink. Anyway. So as you guys seen, we're going to be talking about some work, home, work-life balances today on the show. It's something that's wildly underrated in terms of importance. And that could be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? It could be drastically slanted towards work, but then it also can be, you know what I'm saying, drastically slanted towards I don't care about work. Like, I'm not working. I'm only going to focus on living the best life I can, which I'm not even going to blame you for that, to be honest. Regina said my pass on the third string quarterback. Yeah, I see. Hopefully it's like that when you get to Cleveland. I'm a Patriots fan too. Even without Uncle Tom being there. So how do you feel about work-life balances? Like, how do you feel importance-wise? How important is it to you, I guess?
It's everything to me. Like I literally think about, sometimes I sacrifice my quality of sleep for work. But at the same time, I feel like it can, I can sacrifice my home life, my free time balance in order to make some more money. But you need time to recoup. With me, I can 24 hours of not working, and I feel as though that's good enough for me.
Just know it's a full day, a full 24 hours to yourself or doing something that's completely not work related is enough to kind of recoup for you.
Yeah, for me, throughout just a week. Okay. But eventually I need a whole week. Eventually I need a whole week to recoup, or a long weekend. Because it's only so long before you burn yourself out, and that's when I was younger, I could work 60 to 70 hours a week.
Yeah, just keep working.
You know
yeah.
But now, I can't do that. But I have to find a balance between, okay, this is enough money for my time of, not being at home or doing whatever I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard part, and it's hard to say no to the money.
I completely agree, especially with everything being so expensive. Interest rates, like just everything is up right now. You know what I'm saying? So having that extra money in your pocket, to be able to, not only pay bills, but to also live, like having enough to actually have some left over to, where you can actually, do the things that you actually enjoy doing. And something you said that I think is probably the most common thing that happened when people have like offset work home balances, work life balances, is like burnout, man. Because contrary to popular belief, like, it don't take a bunch to get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where your body start having changes from lack of sleep or increased stress or whatever the case is. I seen a study. It was like right around the 55 hours per week. Like people that work 55 or more hours a week, like saw dramatic decreases in like a bunch of different categories. So it was like mental, like how cognitive you are. You know what I'm saying? Like how fast you're able to think and remember and react to things. And I can't think of and whether it's like weight gain or like taking care of yourself or eating healthy, like just all these different categories that it starts to like be a noticeable change. You know what I'm saying? Around that 55-hour mark of work. And I know and that in the study, it didn't even say like, we're going to try all people who have physical labor jobs or all people who work in offices or whatever. So I'm sure it's a pretty good sample size. So no matter what it is that you do, you know what I'm saying, when you start racking up those hours, you know what I'm saying, in a short period of time, like it's just going to affect you. And then that's when burnout happens, you know what I'm saying, like quickly, you know what I'm saying?
I noticed that if I get those spots, let's say I work late, like 11, 12 at night, and I've been working all day.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get that 6 hours of sleep, then I'll be cool. But let's just say you know what, I can't go to sleep tonight. My mind is running. I'm not getting any sleep. You let that happen, it fucks up my whole week. Like I'm like out of it. I'm just tired a whole week, and it affects me to the point where, hey, I ain't going to the gym today because I know I'm not gonna be able to do any type of lifting because I gotta get some rest.
Yeah, and like I said, and even if you got a routine, man, all it takes is one thing, and it can completely throw you off. And now now you're going to stumble the rest of the week until you get that long weekend, or so you get that time where it's time for to do like a vacation or whatever. Like it just takes a toll on you. So let me see. Angel said, I might work a lot, but I enjoy a lot of parts of my job. Yeah, I don't think nothing wrong with that. Especially like if you got a job that you legitimately like enjoy enjoy being at. Of course, that can help, but still work. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, you still gotta have just stuff away from work. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff that you can do where you are not in work mode. And I know, especially people that are salary, I can understand how that can kind of be more difficult than people who are, hourly employees where you just clock in and clock out and you're done. When you're salaried, sometimes you might have to, work a little bit longer and you don't even get the overtime for it. You know what I'm saying? Work a little bit later, you ain't even getting paid for it. So I understand it, even if it's a job that you love, but you still got to have that separation though. There ain't many jobs I had where I like loved those jobs, but the ones that I did, I still like, man, thank God for PTO. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a break, some type of separation.
But it's
Uh,
but it's
go
like
ahead, my
damn,
bad.
but it's like damn, I gotta work, but then at the same time I want to be home. But then at the
Hmm.
same time I want to work, but then I want to be at home.
Hmm.
Then it'd be like, oh, I need to buy, I need to buy this, but damn,
Gotta go to work.
but then I want to get some extra rest. So you gotta, man, it's tough.
Yeah,
It's really tough.
it's tough, man. We'll get to the where we are as a society and this generation and stuff now. Angel said, I also love to shut off work and just live. Um, sometimes, sometimes. Regina said it's satisfying. Sorry, it's satisfying doing your job to its fullest and knowing that it couldn't have been any better. That's true. It still work though. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all love to grind that much? Y'all love to grind that much. Virginia said, no matter what, I'm always in work mode. So like if you so I think that's the hardest kind of part. Like when you're an entrepreneur or when you are entrepreneur, self-employed, where you're constantly thinking of ways to make money, ways to pay the bills, ways to keep the lights on if you got a physical location, products or whatever that you need. Like that's probably the hardest like area to separate like work and home life. Like when you're an entrepreneur, like a full-time entrepreneur, man, I don't know how. Like I don't know how you shut it off. I don't know how you can. Like that's your livelihood. Like there is no separation.
Yeah, and not like you really, if you really are in, hey, if I don't work, I'm really not getting money. You can't
Yeah.
call off your own shit.
You know, yeah,
Like damn near
exactly.
impossible. Um, but I mean, you getting paid, so if you're getting all the money, you're just not getting a cut.
Yeah. Yeah. The
But I would
entrepreneur,
rather work for myself because because you still get to pick your own hours though. Sometimes, well, it
huh,
depends on what you do.
depends on what you do. Yeah. Um, because all right, so like when I used to have locks or whatever, the girl that used to do my hair, she had her own business or whatever. She had good clientele, like good amount of people. Nigga, but she terrible to this day, terrible at balancing like her home and work life. You know what I'm saying? So she worked for herself. So she literally make her own hours, and she was late to every appointment. Right? We make reservations, appointments, whatever, like at least a week in advance. She was late to every single one of them. Um, my dude still get his hair twisted by her. She late to every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like so on one hand it's great. You can make your own hours and stuff, but on the other hand, you still got a responsibility to show up at the time, you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to show up. You know what I'm saying? Uh and so when you can go too far in the other direction where you're too relaxed, you know what I'm saying? And that ends up bad for your customers or whatever, and then you lose customers or whatever. I'm not saying that she's the reason I cut my hair off, but uh, she didn't help. She didn't help. I mean, just
Hey,
being late all the time.
but that comes from her not balancing that work like I mean not balancing that work and that home life because she's not getting enough sleep. She's causing her to not want to get up and
Or
make money. And I
yeah,
get
or
it because
you like, man, I can
waking
get
up
some
is
extra sleep.
waking up is the hardest thing to do for work when you don't want to go to work.
I get
It's
it. I get it. But you still gotta show up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
but she's
Um,
showing up eventually.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but then she, either lose clients or just annoy people to the point where they do leave or go somewhere else or whatever because of that. And that's no way to run a business either.
That's what she got to figure out. Okay, from this time to this time, I'm working, and after that, it's all home life. I got to get my rest, whatever. I mean,
you know how young people are, man. They like to party. They like the party life. Young people like to
she
party.
going home, going to the club, and making sure she on the scene. Then hey, that's for her.
I'll send you the Instagram after the show. But yeah, man. So how do you balance yours? Like, do you have a regimen that you do? Do you have every Saturday or whatever, you got 3 hours to yourself? Remind me, you seen the last episode of Atlanta?
Yeah, when he got the 3 hours in the mall.
3 hours in the mall, yeah, yeah. He got it every Saturday or Sunday or whatever. I think it's Saturday. He get 3 hours to himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sunday it was because they went to church. Yeah,
I thought it was for a funeral. That's why they was going. Whatever day it is. He got 3 hours to himself, and people trying to talk to me. I got a regiment. I gotta go. I gotta keep moving. I'm on a schedule. So do you got like every Saturday or every Wednesday, you got 3 hours to yourself or whatever? Like, you got time set away? Like, how do you do your work-life balance?
Hey, sidebar. And that whole season, I think it's about how they got famous and they came back and everybody the same. Everybody's looking the same. And they just looking like, wow. But I try to stick to a routine, man, because my main job is the same time, same place, same days every week. But after that, I try to hit the gym immediately after that. Sometimes I can't because my second job, I can't do that. But I try to hit the gym right after. And I hit the gym, come home, take a shower, get ready and I go out to my second job. That's usually the routine, but like sometimes it don't work. Like sometimes I can't hit the gym. But then if I don't hit the gym, then that messes up my other shit. Because I'm thinking like, damn, I missed a day at the gym. I can't even go. How I'm gonna get to the gym? Oh, I don't want to do upper and lower body. And I'm really tired.
Right.
But I just know. Usually I work on Sundays sometimes, but usually I don't. And but I don't know. The second job is random, but I try to first job in gym just to keep me doing something I want to do.
That's good. I like that. I think I think that's the biggest thing we can do is plan ahead, like make a plan. Just whether it's doing meal prep, you know what I'm saying, for the work week or whatever. Like whatever you can, if you got the time or the opportunity to plan it out, probably gonna end up being your best friend for not only like work home balance or whatever, but just one less thing you have to worry about throughout your work week or whatever. Regina, I'm interested in you. Like, how do you do your work home life balance? Because if you say that you're always in work mode, like how do you find a balance, or when do you take time for yourself? And Angel, you too, because you said that you just like your job so much that you said on one hand you said you need better work home balance, but on the other hand, like, I just love doing stuff for my job. I just love it. Going to dinners, I just love it. So I'm interested.
I like to hop on the game, but I know people be saying my screen name for like last Friday, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I think this right doing the Epiphany Media is doing this part. This is the downtime for me, believe it or not. So even though we're on right now, but this is the downtime for me because other than that, when it comes to this, like I'm planning shows or looking for guests or topics or whatever the case is. And then on top of my normal job, like I don't have the same, start at this time, off at this time. Like my shit varies very crazily. So throughout the week, I already know, like throughout the week, it's just a work, just work. And then Saturday is typically just reserved for my girl, whatever it is that she want to do, whatever. And then Sunday is the day where I can, continually be disappointed by the Browns. It's my free time to be disappointed. It's my free time to take a nap, and then I get to do the show, which is like that's my decompress and whatever for the week. Like this is it for me. I like to play the game. Rarely do I play the game throughout the week, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have the energy or the time after working all day. Even so throughout the week, and even doing favors for family, you got Monday to Thursday. If you need something, that's it. It's Friday, I'm not doing nothing for nobody. That's my Friday evening is my around the house stuff. So if I can, that's when I cut the grass or do whatever got to be done around the house or whatever. And like I said, Saturdays are reserved for my chick, and then Sunday is my other me time. So Fridays when I do laundry, like all my boxes got to be checked by Friday, so I can actually have time to decompress on Sunday where I don't have to rush around and do stuff. So. So mine varies wildly from yours. Like you actually, have a regimen that you like to go through. We're going to work and then going to the gym. My plan is just knowing that you're not going to have enough energy to do anything after work besides take a shower, cook something, and pretty much lay down and get ready to go to work.
Yeah, but I know if I don't go to if I wasn't working out, I wouldn't have the energy to be doing all these hours. Like I would not have it at all.
Right.
I remember when I didn't go to the gym, I used to be crazy tired. But now I got a little more energy where I can go through the day. But I just wish I had a little bit more time to get more sleep, though. Just a little bit more.
It's always that's always the challenge, man. If I just had an extra hour in a day, like how much stuff could I get done with an extra hour in a day?
I think about that all the time. That's crazy.
And it's great because sometimes like you think that, and then sometimes let's say you spent throughout the day, let's say you spent the hour total on social media, you're like, damn, that was my hour, that was my extra hour. I could have been doing whatever or meditating or whatever the case is. So if you had another extra hour, like would you actually do the stuff you wanted to do, or would you waste it doing something not it's nonsensical?
Usually I sleep. Like I want to. When I just take a nap, I can't even.
Just take a good Sunday nap is Sunday's the only day I really nap, and it worthy every single time.
That third quarter, I was out of here.
It don't take, especially watching the Browns. Oh, it don't take much, man. I swear that. Regina wrote us a book. She said, she wrote us a book. Said, even after I'm done at work, I have people hit up my phone for appointments or changing their schedules around. Also, I think for me as a mom, I'm always in work mom mode. I'm always thinking about how I can fix today or tomorrow next week. If the cleaning got this didn't work out, then I try to figure out where to move and fit it in, back in somewhere else. Of course, you can't forget when others ask you for help. I have so much consistently in my head. I think of how to fix or tweak the calendar schedules when I did start making notes, so it free up my brain in bed. It's a million times more helpful. Yeah, Regina, I agree with you. Like I like to think that I live my life and I like to live my life balanced. You know, everything balanced, right? I try to as much as possible. Um, but when like now I'm telling you, man, for me, this is like the off season. But when we planning like events and stuff, nonstop. Like I can't not shut it off because I'm thinking about what could go wrong. Uh, is the police really going to show up even though they said they would? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it's just constantly over and over and over. As well as thinking of shows and all the stuff that we normally do, but also, damn, we got to get some sponsors. Damn, how many people signed up? Or we got this many people to sign up, or who ordered a T-shirt? Like you know, what I'm saying, it's just it becomes a whole production. So for me, where I can just kind of, I guess, take a half step back and I just don't have something constantly every day that got to be done. This is vacation for me, right? This is my mental off season. Otherwise, Virginia, I do concur with you. Like, but when I'm on though, I can't shut it off. You know what I'm saying? I have nights where I just sit up, like, and there's nothing to be done. Like, I done did everything I can for I done sent all the emails I can send for the day or whatever, but I can't shut it off though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those that stretch of the year is definitely not healthy or whatever. But I understand. Even for me, even writing stuff down is not even that great. Like I can't shut it off. So I understand.
See, my problem is I'm doing all that working, but I don't. It's hard for me to have time to try to do epiphany media stuff. Like I can't. It's like suffering because I be having ideas and stuff, but I just can't. I just don't have time. Either to work on that or sleep. Sleep. Always, man. Every time, man. Like I don't even. It's to the point where I rarely drink. It's good. I don't have the time. I don't have the time for a drink.
Dude, this is the only time when I'm actually sitting for an hour or two, and I'll have a drink. I haven't had a cigar in, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I just time where you just sit down and have a moment to do nothing. So I agree with you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got a thing full of alcohol. I drink on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. I told my chick like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, I found this new drink. I'm gonna make this drink for you. Like, oh, I got some fresh lemons, and I brought a lemon press and shit. I used it one time. Those lemons still in the refrigerator. They're probably bad. Like that's how long it's been. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, I don't even have time like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is terrible. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, oh shit, maybe my life is not as balanced as I thought it was, and that kind of sucks a little. Let me see. Angel said, I like to do any late weekday plans on Thursday, so I only have to get through Friday if I'm tired. That's me. If anybody in my family listening or watching this, as y'all know, y'all need something. You got to Thursday because if we make it a Friday, I'm not. I'll see you Monday. You know what I'm saying? I need a long weekend. Andrew said, I do keep a day planner or keep a planner. Do any of you? You keep a planner?
Me too. I mean, it's one that's built into each and every one of our phones, but I rarely use it. I need to start using it because I could not remember what time. Well, actually, what day my dentist appointment was on. They sent me a letter. I lost the letter. Couldn't remember. Luckily, they called me the day before. If they did,
you want to confirm your appointment?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm. It's literally an hour before their appointment. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go home, take a nap before I go to work and the gym or whatever. And then I'm like, hold on, I got a dentist appointment today. I got a dentist appointment. I forgot about it, man. That's why I really need a planner. start using the one on my phone.
It's so convenient. Now, what I do love about the one that's on your phone, for me, I don't know if yours set up this way. I know you got an iPhone, so it might not be set up this way. But when I get an email, like let's say I book a hotel, whatever, or somebody sent an email about an appointment or something like that, it automatically goes to my calendar, right? So it automatically creates an event. Boy, that thing has been a lifesaver. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I actually used it more like myself, where I did get when you go to the dentist, they give you a card right then, like, oh, set your appointment up before you leave. Like, and they give you the card. Like, you could just go as soon as you get in the car. It takes like 30 seconds to say, this is the day I got a dentist appointment. I never do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like you in that way, where I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But we could benefit so much, greatly from it. I use it for birthdays. Because as you get older and family expand and everybody having kids, it's impossible to keep up these birthdays. Without that calendar, nobody's getting a text message from me.
Look, iPhone does do something similar. When you open up, well, actually, if you buy tickets or something, it'll automatically put them in the calendar, stuff like that.
That too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's tickets or something like you're not gonna forget.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, when I make reservations at the Terrace Club down at Progressive Field, yeah, that's an automatic. Like, I'm not gonna forget. I bought tickets to the game and reservation. Like, I'm not gonna forget. But if we use it the way we could, man, we can kind of be so much more efficient, and you probably can. It's about planning stuff out. Like, they give you a chance to plan out what it is that you need to do for the upcoming week. Like right now on my calendar, Monday, October 10th. So it's about 8 days away. I have and I didn't put this on here. Columbus Day / Indigenous People Day is what's on my calendar.
On the 10th?
Yeah, Monday the 10th. And then Halloween is listed, the first day of American Indian hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this stuff that's just automatically Election Day, Daylight Savings Time, Veterans Day, like all this stuff is just like built into the phone or whatever. But it's not I didn't go in there and put none of this stuff in there. And just imagine if we did, though. Like, how much more efficient. Angel, since you've been doing the day planner, I know you've been doing planners, calendars and stuff for a while. I know you said, I think you said on the show one time you were switching from like writing stuff down to like using your phone. Like, how has that been working? Or did you go back to using pen and pad? I think you probably went back to using pen and pad. Virginia said, my bad, go ahead.
It's been, I was just gonna say, it's been so many things that I learned just by being on air, about little tips.
Oh, it's crazy. Crazy.
So I got to start using that because it's been things that I've been meaning to do for the past 2 weeks, and I forget every day. And by the end of the week, I'm like, damn, another week go by and handle some business.
I'll tell you what,
like, it literally takes 2 seconds, but my mind just be on other stuff.
Man, I try to when I be riding around at work or whatever, and I'm like, damn, that'd be a good topic to talk about. What I should do immediately is stop whatever it is that I'm doing and go and save this idea. But I don't. Oh no, I'll remember it. I'll remember it. It's going forever. There's so many good ideas going forever, man.
Everybody can't be whole and just remember every word that you think of. Like, it just can't happen.
It's annoying. Regina said, I like being open to watch football on Sundays. I do feel guilty if I just sit the entire time. So I usually do laundry during so I can fold and put them away. At least I feel like I'm not just sitting doing nothing. That's my do nothing time.
True. Like I may do laundry, but like, okay, for me to be able to do laundry, the Browns got to be up big.
Or they
or they got to be losing by a lot. So then I feel like I can just You know what I'm saying? But this season, it's like, oh, they up by a lot. I'm cool.
You already know, yeah.
It's different
this season. Oh, they up by a lot. So it's probably gonna come down to a field goal at the very end. Okay. But Regina keep a planner. That's good. She said she couldn't make it without her calendar planner. She said, out of the norm, I went to a coworker's wedding. I was so tired. I thought it was at least 9:30. Nope, it was 6:25. Hilarious. I felt so old. Honestly, my body was just done. So I apologized and left. I hadn't been so happy to be home. Hey, you could ask my family, man. When it's time to go, I'll just disappear. If you're not in my immediate vicinity, because I'm not gonna be rude, I'll say bye. Other than that, though, I'm a fucking magician. I get out of there, like gone.
But you got to think it take at least another 20 minutes to say bye to everybody.
Yeah, man. And then especially in my family, they like to wait until I'm about to leave. They're like, oh, by the way, I'm meaning to ask you to change this light bulb, or oh, by the way, my camera's not working. So now it's another 20. Yeah, hey, look. So if you're not in my immediate vicinity, call me Smoke, because I'm disappearing. I'm disappearing. Completely disappearing, man. Like don't even look for me, for real. It's so funny though. So Regina, good for you for apologizing, especially at a wedding, I guess. I would have just talked to her the next day. She was like, what time did you leave? I was like, hey, I was tired. I don't know what time it was, but I left. I was tired. I had to get out of there. Either that or I'm going to be sleeping at y'all table, and that's going to make y'all feel bad.
Remember we was in the cabaret one time, and I was sleeping in the cabaret.
Now, I'm not going to be rude and put that picture up, but I might be rude and put that picture up. Now, that's fucking funny. I'll never forget that. Hey.
Work life balance, and you try to, live your life, but work just crept in for me at that moment. I was tired. And we was at BW3s at one time. I fell asleep.
Hey, Byron, yeah. Man, we was at like a real after hours type spot. I mean, the music is loud. Like, there's people everywhere. And he was asleep, man, like with the hoodie on, sleep.
Was that on Union? Was it on Union too?
Yeah, we was in the hood. Yes, absolutely. This nigga was ultimate chilling and like sleeping, man. That's one of the funniest. That's one of the funniest pictures ever.
I remember walking in. I seen my barber. I'm like, okay, this one was older type of crowd.
Oh, it definitely was an older crowd for sure.
I remember sitting down and I was out.
Man,
I didn't even get up for the entire time I was there.
I just remember this shit being so funny, and I remember like waking you up or something, but I think you just laughed. Like you just laughed and went back to sleep or something. Hey, Angel said, that doesn't sound safe, Byron. That doesn't sound safe. See, that's the good thing about it being like an older spot, though, is typically at the older spots, nothing really be going off. I'm not calling it safe, but definitely there's worse places to fall asleep. I'll just say that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have to worry about any shootouts, fights, nothing in that place. Everything was cool.
The older spots be cool, like cool about that. Regina said, I have to use an actual pen and calculator, pen and calendar. It's a visual on my table. Angel said, put it in your notes on your phone. She said, if I don't write down my bills, I'll forget if I paid them or not. So that's funny. money allocation is one thing I don't have an issue with. I know damn well what I paid, when I paid it, and how much it was. Money allocation is one thing I'm okay with. I usually do a check like, damn, all right, lights, gas, water, sewer, you know what I'm saying? But once I go through it though, I don't never like, damn, did I pay the light bill? Never. I never had that situation.
It's always on my mind every day, like I got a bill coming up. Like it never that's why I'm at work to pay these bills, so I would not forget which ones to pay.
I usually pay my bills at work, like, because that's how much I be thinking about. Like, damn, all right, got a payday coming up. Let me go ahead and pay this shit now, get it out of the way, so I don't got to do it later, or whatever the case is. Man, Angel, money allocation is one thing I don't have an issue with. Regina said, "Okay, well, if I was at a wedding when we left, I knew she wouldn't know if I left and couldn't just leave. we do hair together. I wasn't telling anyone else bye. We were out. Hey, these are my family members. I see them all the time. Disappear. Gone. Out of there, man. No, Regina, good on you for doing it, but I'm not, man, because my family is something else when it comes to people trying to leave. Like, they just don't want you to go.
See, with me, I try to sneak out every time, but you just always get caught by somebody. And then you might as well just say bye to everybody else.
Then, yeah, once you get caught, yeah, that's why you don't say bye. That's why you just like, all right, just the people around you, like, you out? I'm out. You out? I'm out. You ain't even gonna say nope. I'll send a text to the family group chat like, I have fun, everybody. That's it. It was a great time. I'm out of there.
Now, if I've been drinking, I'll probably go around and everybody say bye.
Hilarious.
If I'm sober, I'm trying to get out of there.
That's funny. Regina said, I have my bank auto pay almost everything. Mm-hmm. Now, look, that sounds great too. But back when I was extra broke, sometimes you needed to have an extra day. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't have it come out on the 5th, like whatever bill. You couldn't have it on the 5th every time. What if you ain't got it? What if payday is the 6th or the 7th? You know what I'm saying? You might need an extra day. And I don't need them taking out the money early. I don't need them taking out the money early. You know what I'm saying? When I need it most, or maybe I got to pay another bill. So because of that, even though I don't even try not to live that way anymore, but I have flashbacks. Like I can't even have a bank do automatic withdrawals. Not a chance.
I feel like somebody's stealing from me.
Man.
Because the bill would be due on the 18th. Why are you taking it on the 15th?
Yeah. Well, it won't post for 3 days. Like, come on, man. Then why are you taking that? Like, what are we doing here?
Then they make a mistake and they charge you twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. My join.
Late.
Regina said, I even drank a Coke. I haven't had pop in 2 weeks. I'm sure that caffeine kept me awake more. I was so old last night.
I hate
coffee. Last night? That's funny.
I hate coffee. I hate caffeine, but it has become a lifesaver when I'm tired and I gotta go to work. I can see why it started the industrial revolution. Because when you tired, you got some caffeine in your you can work all night.
I remember I used to work third shift at a Dave's supermarket. And I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Conrad's, working on cars. And then I would go and do like nighttime stock. Now, this didn't last long. I used to sleep on like the bathroom floor. Like I gotta get a couple minutes, half an hour. So I remember the supervisor knocking on the door, like, you've been there a long time. You all right? I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you all right. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm good. I'm sleeping. I'm still in 5-hour energies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need something just to keep me going a little bit. And that 5-hour energy be dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I don't know. That's terrible work-life balance. Like, but I was young and I had a family I was supporting at the time and all that good stuff. So I had to do what I had to do. But man, that sucked, though.
Yeah, I remember where I was working I was working 7 in the morning to 11 at night or something. I did that like 3 days a week. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start drinking coffee in the morning. I had the worst like migraine I ever had from drinking that coffee. That's why I don't understand how people can just drink it all the time. Like I drink it
All
when I
day, yeah.
legit need it. Like why you need to drink coffee in the morning, and then when you come home from work, you need another cup. Like that don't make sense to me.
I drink coffee as like I don't know, like not a dessert, but like just an enjoyment. If I'm gonna get coffee, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be something, probably frozen or iced coffee or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like I'm enjoying the drink, not for a boost of energy. I'm assuming it works, but it never really works for me. But I also don't drink a lot of it. So you would think when I do drink it that it would work, but I don't know. I usually don't get like a boost where people be wired. I could drink iced coffee at 9 o'clock and go to bed like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that hang up or whatever.
No, that shit hit me like cocaine. But
that was my Google.
No.
My Google Home.
But what I do is I get a double shot of espresso over ice, with some flavoring in it. This is
Starbucks order.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Starbucks thing.
I'll be on the road, you know what I'm saying? That double shot of espresso, all I need, and I'm ready.
Your mom said, "What's the topic? I'm late, but I'm here." We just talking about work and home life balances. How do you balance your work and home life? Feel free to give us your strategy, your routine. If you got a certain way that you go about balancing your home and work life. We were talking about some people said that they use a planner or a calendar or something like that. Some people wish that they did, like we don't, but we wish that we did. Byron talked about his routine, his daily, weekly routine. I talked about mine a little bit. Mom says she drinks 1 coffee a day. Coffee a day. That's not bad. 1 cup a day, it's not bad at all.
If I'm tired, I'm about to fall asleep, then give me that. But just for regular waking up, I just need some water. I'm good.
Virginia said, I love hot chocolate with a shot of espresso when I'm tired. I never had
Guinness with a shot of espresso.
I never had that before. That sounds like that sounds interesting though. Said a Guinness with a shot of espresso?
The truth.
That sounds good. Hey man, my favorite drink.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, I had it.
My favorite drink right now is this coffee rum. I love this stuff, man. You put a shot of that in whatever it is that you're drinking, and you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
That's even better.
So while we go through just some more of these tips or whatever, it's coming from my employer specifically. They said disconnect yourself from work. You know what I'm saying? Even if you work at a location, then you have the separation, like your car drive or whatever is supposed to be your separation from work. They acknowledge that it could be more difficult for people that work from home. So they say even if you work from home, like whenever you get done, you should go outside, like take a drive, or even if it's around the corner, or take a walk or something, like something where you can just completely disconnect from work. Um, and I don't know anybody that works from home, like primarily, but that would be interesting to see how do they keep work from blending into their personal life. Like how do they pull the plug like when it's time to like just to be done with it? Like how do they do it? I'd be interested in hearing that.
Like I said earlier, that drive from work to the gym. Well, first of all, it's a mental battle because it's like, man, I want to go home and lay down.
Yeah,
I got to force myself to go. But once I get to the gym, I get like an extra boost of energy I never didn't even know I had.
Yeah, that's that's how I'll be at work. When my boost is like a boost of extra money or whatever. I'm like, all right, for example, I'm like, man, I'm getting off at 5:30. I got it all planned out. And then I get a couple curveballs. I'm like, fuck, man, this shit about to suck. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to be out to 7 to suck, blah, blah, blah. And then once I get over 5:30, and I'm like, oh, it's time and a half now. Then it ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm able to then I get an extra oh man, I'm out all night. Like I'm out to 9 o'clock if I can be. I'm out to 10 o'clock. Like I want give me all the money. If I gotta be here, give me all the money. And so I kind of get that same boost, but it's about finances only. You know what I'm saying? Not excited to do the job. It's about getting that money at that point.
Yeah, but no matter what you're talking about, you can't do anything without money. So you just got to find out how much you need to do whatever you want to do, man. Because even if you work 80 hours a week, so that's 30. What's that? I can't count. 32 hours. I mean, 320 hours a month. If you're working 320 hours a month, yeah, you're making some money, but you can't enjoy it.
How you gonna enjoy it? Yeah, exactly.
You got to go back to work.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah, that's why. Finding a balance, man. You'll probably be more you'll benefit from having a second job, but now you got a second job. Like now you don't have the time to sleep. Now you don't have the time to, connect with your family and all that stuff. This is as is life. Pros and cons to everything, man. Like very rarely do you come across something that's just all completely negative or all completely positive. Pros and cons to everything.
Like Kevin Samuels said, if you complain that you're not making no money, go work 2 jobs.
Yeah, you're right.
Guarantee you get some money. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Your home life was sacrificed, but you'll be able to have money to pay for that apartment or that home and the stuff in it.
You won't be complaining about money anymore. You'll be complaining about time and everything else.
And which one would you rather complain about?
I'd rather complain about time. I ain't gonna lie. Which is kind of crazy because money is money, right? You can always make more money.
Time is money.
You can work 3. I was about to say you can work 3 jobs, but time is impossible to get back, right? Like we all in agreement on that. So that should be the most important currency, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not at all because you gotta do what you gotta do in order to have the money, which is the real currency. Like so, it boy, what a vicious circle that is. That's crazy.
It's crazy being on both sides. Like, man, I'm gonna work more. I need more money. I feel like I'm doing nothing. Then when you're working a lot, and it's like, damn, I wish I had time to do nothing.
Yeah. I've been thinking all the time, like, man, if I can just get off at this time, I can have 30 minutes to ride my bike. You know what I'm saying, before I go home or whatever. It just don't work like that. I just never do. That's interesting. I never thought about it like that, about how much emphasis we put on the money rather than the time, when time is infinitely more expensive than money. You know what I'm saying? Like I had an old guy send me one time. He's like, he was it was kind of not selfish or whatever, but he was giving away his on call time, right? He's like, shit, you want my on call, you can take it, which is nothing but extra money, extra work or whatever. But he's like, damn man, you ain't gonna work no like you don't want no overtime, you don't want no on call hours or whatever. Like it's only money. Like you'll make more of it. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's only money. And now when you old, you can kind of say stuff like that because maybe you put yourself in a position to where you don't have to kill yourself to get the money. But at the same time, at any portion of life, that's correct though. It's only money. Like you can hate your job. There's always another job. It might not be your dream job, but there's always another job. There's always an opportunity for you to work 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Or to work a job and work at a temp service. Like it's always money. You know what I'm saying? It's always a chance to get more money.
Right. But it depends on how much you value that exchange of how much money you get for that time. I remember J. Cole had an interview. He was talking about that. He was like, why are you trading, an hour of your time for $25 an hour? Like, do you feel like that you only worth $25 an hour of your time? Something that's precious that you can't get back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had that perspective, it's like I need a limited amount of money per hour. Right. I need as much as possible if I'm gonna go out. If I'm gonna miss all of these moments, all of these memories that I could be making.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to do that is become a self-made entrepreneur. That's it. In America, yeah, that's the only way.
But then you go to the meme that says, I hated my 9 to 5. Now I work 24 hours though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you're gonna be Regina, where you can't turn it off, where you constantly thinking about what's next or my next schedule or my next appointment.
Then you may turn into Bill Gates when you got
yeah,
you got your planner. You got your planner. I was like, it's nothing in my planner. I have nothing to do today. You go to McDonald's, get you some coffee, get a sandwich, you just be driving around. But you got money.
That's gonna take time though. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do that at 30. He was too busy getting working his ass off to get Microsoft to where it was.
Yeah, Warren Buffett though.
Warren Buffett, yeah, I know. Somebody Warren Buffett, I know. But even when he said that, he was at least in this. Warren Buffett, 122 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, he probably was at 77. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't fill up my planner just to have it filled. Like, I fill it with stuff that I want to do. But yeah, he's the richest man on the planet. You can say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't saying that at 28. You wasn't saying that at 40. You know what I'm saying?
Look, even Hov wasn't saying that at 40. Like, he was still consistently putting out albums.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he's at a point where I don't even know what this man be doing. But he got money. He got enough money, though, where he don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? He can just make deals from the house, from the office, from the corner office.
Man. He do the Andre 3000 thing. Like, he'll just pop up randomly on a track and like, man, he killed it. He killed it. It was amazing. I don't know when he's releasing the album. No one knows, but that verse killed it. Then he go disappear for a couple months. He come right back. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of a thing. Yeah, right. A nomad. But yeah, that's a topic for a different story too, of just how all these people that's successful, like, it's always the rich people that have made it, like, all you got to do is this, or Steve fucking Harvey telling people, like, you can't sleep to 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? If you live on the West Coast, because the East Coast already woke. Like, that doesn't make sense.
That. It ain't work. I tried. You don't need sleep. Lil Wayne was talking about, I don't need no sleep. I tried it. It ain't work for me.
Mathematically, it doesn't. So you're saying that you shouldn't sleep at all, because technically by the time we wake up here, England is 8 hours ahead of us. So they've been making money for 8 hours. Like, math doesn't work that way. Like, anyway.
But then you got people like Kobe that only sleep 4 hours a night. He cool. And he out there winning championships. I'm sleeping 4 hours a night. He was a different breed. Like, I don't know how that's crazy work ethic. Yeah. Which is cool. You will get results if you got that type of work ethic. But yeah, that man sacrificed a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we just lazy compared to Steve Harvey and Kobe Bryant. Maybe we just
But
lazy.
hey, but then you got some athletes who make sure that they get 8 hours of sleep, phone off, uh, everything. Again, 8 hours. They like no sunlight, sleeping in the chamber and shit. You know what I'm saying? They still win the championship. So
Hey,
it just it just depends. Look, it just depends on you on how you manage that work life balance.
that's what it come down to. Angel said money makes it easier, and right, money doesn't. That's why all these, like I said, all these rich people can say, "Oh, all you got to do is this." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you like. Angel used to listen to fucking Puffy give you nighttime affirmations or something. Like, oh, don't think about money. Like, don't go to sleep thinking about money because this and this. And like, I'm fucking broke. Like, how am I gonna pay my bills? What do you mean don't think about money? Like, you're saying this as a person that's rich, not to think about money. Like, I have to think about money. I'm poor. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he was broke at one point in time, but he had Biggie in his pocket. So
But I guarantee you, when he was broke, he was like, "Damn, how am I gonna make this money?" I guarantee it. I guarantee it because that's just the
yeah,
hustler mentality. I guarantee it.
when he got fired, he was like, "I'm gonna make this money,"
I'm gonna make
and
this money.
He had
Right.
Biggie.
Exactly. So I don't want to hear this. Uh, oh, I can't. Don't think about money. You know, saying money is the root of all evil. Don't think about it. Just believe that it all's going to work out for you. Like, man, shut. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's not what I want to. That's not what I want to hear. Regina said, "My planner is filled with things that need to be done. It definitely isn't always things I want to do, but that's life." I agree. I agree. You gotta have that balance, man. Regina said, "Oh my God, my game is going crazy. I can't multitask anymore." Patriots must be doing something great. I seen Devontae Parker had scored. I don't know the
Who's
score
the
though.
quarterback? Ooh,
No idea. That's what? That's a good question. 24-24 tie though. That's interesting. I don't know who the quarterback is. It doesn't even say. Doesn't even say. um, but yeah, man. So it comes down to um, I think everything should be a balance, right? Everything in life should be balanced. Virginia said his name is Zeppi. Zabi? Never seen that name before in my life. Not one time.
I'm thinking like the pizza spot.
Yeah. Zeppi's Pizzeria. Um, so I think that everything in life should be balanced, man. So whether that's the stuff that you enjoy doing, like you don't want to you don't like life shouldn't be all enjoyances. You shouldn't enjoy. It shouldn't be just filled with only stuff that you enjoy. You should have some type of challenge or conflict along with your responsibilities. It should be like a balance, but you shouldn't work yourself to the bone. You know what I'm saying? But you also need to work so you can afford and be able to do the stuff that you want to do. So this is all about balance and finding a balance, and balance for my life might be different than balance for your life. Um, but whatever that is for you, like you got to find it. It's so important, man. And if your job don't allow you to figure out or help you discern some sort of a work life balance, it's probably just time for a new job. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks sometimes that what it come down to, but if they can't help you or allow you to have some type of separation. And I know that happened with management, middle management, or whatever. Sometimes where it's just tough. You know what I'm saying? Because you salary or you're always on call or somebody constantly got to get in contact with you. Yeah, but that shit it ain't work. Like in the long run of things, I don't believe it's worth it. Maybe it is to you, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, if you need that home balance from work, and they still trying to call you. Just block their number.
Yeah.
Don't even pick up.
Leave your work phone at work. As soon as you get in at 8, turn the phone on. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. All right, man. So that's it for us. We appreciate you guys for joining us. We appreciate the Browns for bringing us down yet another Sunday. What we would do without you all of these years.
Still loyal. You treating us bad. You abusive. It's an abusive relationship.
Yeah, that's gonna be our next topic. Is talking about abuse that we put up with. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't know why we do it. But like I said, thanks for joining us as always. Angel said priorities. Yeah, it's all about getting your priorities together. Something to think about for sure. Just how you want to use your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, is your time worth $22 an hour or $25 an hour, like whatever it is? I'm sure a portion of your time is, because you gotta, you need it for the other stuff. But how much of your time is worth it? That's what we gotta figure out. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you guys as always, and we are working on some good stuff, man. Some good stuff coming up with the show with the whole team, hopefully. So we'll be able to get that to y'all shortly.
Yeah, we got some classic shows in our pocket, but we just gonna say some of them. Some of them though for the perfect time.
Man.
But yeah, we got some stuff for y'all. So set your alarms.
Add us to y'all planner. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday.
And go get that money this week. We'll most definitely see y'all on Sunday. And remember to check out during the course with Ebony J and Penny. They're doing great things over there as well. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Remember to own your own. I'll see y'all next
week. That's all I got too, man. Shout out to the ladies over there during the course. Man, wait till y'all see their new stuff. It's gonna be sweet. I can't wait for it. All right,
be like that.
Y'all take it easy. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself and each other. The old Jerry Springer. Salute to the city as always, and we'll talk to y'all Sunday. Go Browns.
Remember to own your own.
And salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.
And remember to own your own.
And salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own. We'll see y'all next week. Remember to own your own. It's very important, like I say every show.
Salute to the city as always. As always, salute to the city.
Remember to own your own. Now,
as always, salute to the city. And salute to the city.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.
But remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always. Salute to the city as always.
Remember to own your own.
To the city as always.
Yep, and remember to own your own. Remember to own your own.
Salute to the city as always.